umbrellas do we need? Yes.
When nobody home, can just sit on the side, on the side, on the side. So let it rain, what else can I do?
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at XG's In the Rain. Finally, I'm excited to dive into this. Shout out to Chazy940. I hope I got your channel name right. They actually uploaded the entire concert, the first howl, and I was able to find and kind of glean and guess where In the Rain actually falls. Now, I really don't know if this is going to be the absolute best fan cam that exists in the world, but it is one that is far enough back that we'll be able to actually see what's going on, and so I'm excited to dive in. I hope you guys are ready. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, that's fun. This is the first time I'm hearing the full song as well. Woo! Okay. So a lot of this is what we ended up seeing from the XLX, but they did left-right acoustic. Love this. It's so Janet coded, guys, I'm telling you. Yes. Woo! How many umbrellas do we need? Yes. Love it. Just the tosses on these umbrellas. Yes, with the umbrella cannon. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Yeah, I don't think they need any more umbrellas with how they toss those. Oh, stop. That was so good. Wow, I really enjoyed that. Okay, here we go from the top. All right, so I like how they're just frozen, right? frozen where they are. You can see just the amount of umbrellas. At first I was assuming we were gonna have dancers come out, but I don't think I've seen actually dance really with a ton of backup dancers to my knowledge at these concerts. It's just them eating it up. So I like this whole little monologue in the beginning. It's awesome. So yeah, if you haven't seen it already, with XGLX, they did the left right acoustic. They were in it was a whole vibe, and they did these sequences of some of the umbrella sequences over there to that. So I like that we actually we utilized choreography in a different segment or a different track, which is cool. I love that. And some of us are super chill, not really moving. Some of us are hopping over puddles. I love the rain on the LED screen. Yes, I bet you there's probably a better fan cam out there, or there's one that's in 8K or whatever. This is a great fan cam because you can see everything. And yes, it's not like that 4K, I can see every nook and cranny of the fabric, but I can see what they're doing. And so I'm totally excited to get this cut because we're not too far back, but we're also not super zoomed in that we're missing a lot of details. So thank you, JZ940. If anybody is like, oh, I don't like this fan cam, don't listen to them. This is a full concert too. You didn't have to do this. So I appreciate the fact that you have this. And if you hate the fact that I'm doing an analysis on your video, let me know and I will take it down on YouTube. So anyway, I like that subtle little hug on that. Super cute. In the rain. I like the little setup here. We're ready to go. I love the little intro though. So we kind of hear that, what is it? Just, what's the word? Banana. It's like a cappella, but you can hear it harmonized. It's really nice. So I like the umbrella turns on that. Kokona is not. So she naturally is clocked as your first feature. Really nice. So she takes it, she unravels it. And then from there we end up having, oh, here's the real test. Oh, do I have to play the guessing game again? I think that was Chisa who walked with her. I think so. Pretty safe. Doing pretty good. So we're walking. I'm going to guess that was Juria based on tone in the back, I think, who was singing there. We're about to find out though. I don't know. Rain on my shoulder. Maybe. It could be Jurin. It's one of those two. Anyway, so I like that everybody's walking, but I love that little on the snap. And you have them take their umbrellas up nice and high. No, yeah, that is, I'm going to go Juria for that. She takes her arm. I love how she's just walking in the rain, and then you have Chisa. She steps out, which is also really nice, walking forward. I really like how we're, just shifting her weight, making it nice, like a subtle frolic is kind of the best way to word it. And I like that everybody is walking on tempo all over the stage. Thank you. Sometimes less is more. I love the fact that we're not ignoring the music, even if you're not the feature in the moment. That's great. And there we go. Harvey closes her umbrella, and then she does a little tap out. Boom, I let the little snap of the head to the side. Kokona helps compliment her. Yes, could we have seen this from the front? Yeah, but honestly, you can definitely, based off of depth, you can kind of guess what's going on, if I'm being quite honest. So it's fine. So it does look like you have Kokona that peeks out on the side, and then she's over on her stage right off of her right shoulder on that, which is cool. The kick is fun. I love that little moment there. They do a little switch off on the chest, which is cool. A little tap tap there. We end up doing another little subtle kick on that too, which is fun. Then you have Maya, and it goes, and you catch all the little stacking of our vocals there, and you have everybody who is contributing. They have their umbrella contribute too. And then we have, that's Jern over there, because she is really vibing with the red hair for the tour, right? That's her vibe right now. The turn is fun. The grab is nice. They're super nice. And then we end up kind of passing off the feature energy into Jern. I like that because it was Maya there. I like that they had their umbrellas, so they're creating an environmental just vibe off the back. Even though they didn't have their umbrellas open, you still had that presence there, which is cool. And I like that they're super frozen over here on the side. And then you have the little sway going on right here in the chest. We're here for it. It's so fun. And I like that every time we hear that sound, you have a little flick of the wrist. That's cool. Sorry, my computer stalled out for a second. But anyway, as a little side note, when you saw Maya before it transitioned over into Jern's section, you saw how she had a really nice legato or usage of her hips, a transition. I thought that was really nice. I really do appreciate their torsos being utilized the way that they are. And their versatility is is shown quite effectively, not just in anytime you see concert footage of them, but when you see them in their dance practices, any kind of track that you've seen. And part of that comes from the implicit posture they've gained from working with Sienna for as long as they have, but a lot of it, I'm assuming, comes from just training this and making this a priority. It does make a lot of your choices look more natural and authentic, and that allows your audience to believe what you're doing so much more effectively, especially in a concert live performance like this. So that's really fun. The little snaps on that is cool. So she ends up taking her leg and kind of sliding the front leg back. Is she doing a backslide or something like that? I wouldn't quite clock it. She's doing more bevel switches, if anything. And then I like that she takes a nice little moment with her umbrella. She takes it up and over. And then as she takes it down, that looks like Hinata. She's taken hers up, so I like the opposition and the switch off. So just the intention on using the umbrella to help initiate or transition between features is really creative and very fun. Not the first time I've seen umbrellas used, but I really like how they're being used here in this way. It's great. The shoulders on that, they do a trace up the umbrella, which is nice. And then they do a little pivot, and then we have one of our members in the back. She held hers up, and they go hit, they knock it behind. She goes, in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. I really like it's like I don't know, it's like an encouraging serenade where it just makes you want to enjoy standing there, right? It doesn't feel like I'm crying alone, I'm dying in the rain. It's just like a, in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. Like you're just in the rain, existing, living it up. It is so 2000s, 90s coded, guys. I'm living for this because it's, like I said, every time since the Something Ain't Right era, going into seeing these tracks, it feels redemptive of a lot of the crap going down in America's music industry right now with certain people going to federal court over some terrible things. It's really hard, and we're a bit lost on being able to appreciate quality nostalgic music without feeling like we're supporting the behaviors of individuals that were partaking in illegal and terrible activities during the time, right? So I love how this sounds. I really love how they decided to go about it. It definitely gives that little James Brown vibe. Now, some people may say, oh, they're going more Michael. Michael Jackson was inspired by James Brown. James Brown is the godfather of that funk aesthetic. So please go be curious about that. It's so fun to mention him because it's so important that those that are so inspirational have been inspired by others. I get inspired by so many people. I may be inspiring to people. So it's a very normal and natural thing for there to be movements or styles or fashions or just music, all of it to be inspired from other people. And the true test is being able to discern whether it's out of genuine curiosity and appreciation or taking it and stealing it to be a marketing ploy. For me, what I've noticed with XG for my time analyzing their discography, looking at their documentary, they really do come across more so as we want to be good stewards of the opportunities to be inspired by these artists. And I really like Simon actually taking time to collaborate with Black artists. Like that to me is important, especially if you're going to do styles, choreography styles, music genres that Black artists made well known within the music industry in America, especially this is a very like Western, that American Janet chill 2000s sound, right? So I think that's what makes it really appreciative. So that definitely gives a heavy James Brown. I like the knock on that. Now this right here we've seen the left right acoustic. On my side. I love the little doom doom on the bass. Come on now. And then I think that was Chisa. She's the only one who didn't use the head, so that was a really nice subtle way of clocking feature without making it too deviating, right? I like that in the rain, they syncopated it, da-da-da, hitting the tone, really nice. And then we do nice little rock back. Come on now. Hit it through. I'm going to assume Sienna choreographed this. I mean, she ended up commenting underneath the XLX Instagram post. So yeah, I think she's involved in the whole nooks and crannies of it. I love, Sienna, if you ever watch this, I love this choreography structure. This is fan-freaking-tastic. I love everything about this. It's honestly one of my favorite choreographies, if I'm being honest, in the structure of prop utilization. Fantastic. This is so cool. I love the different directions out of it as well. And then I like how we knock it low I like the little body roll, and they use the umbrella as an anchor point. Now, umbrellas are really, really tricky to get nice and straight. So for me, as long as we're close, it's hard. We kind of touched on it on the XLX one, but I really like that we're letting the torso get involved on that. It's fun. And we end up turning out of it, set the touch, and I love that we're taking our arm and we're bringing it up. Come on. And with your feature, I think that is Juria. She has, she's the only one who didn't do anything. She deviated. Super, super subtle. And it's little, like I said, it's little things like that where you still get to see your feature. Everybody is doing what they need to do as well as they're doing it, to where super subtle things like a head or somebody doing an extra arm and nobody else is, for us to very quickly, despite the angle. I actually like the fact we're looking at this from a corner shot because you can still clearly see who's featured, even when I don't have a straight shot front. That's good and effective staging in order for me to see them. I love that. In the rain. So we're traveling the energy up to the right side, and then we switch it over to the left, and that matches the in the rain, the little step touches that we were seeing earlier. The turn out of it's really nice, and then she goes, ho, and we bring it up and around our back. Really fun. Now we bring our umbrella up, and then we have our new feature. I love she rotates it through, and then we do a little step, touch over, and then she takes her arm over and around, makes a little opening for herself. Everybody takes their umbrella. Some of us don't, right? I think Hinata doesn't. She takes it back. We clap it. Sorry, she grabs it on that little clap sound. So they're walking through. So it's very functional. Anytime we're taking our umbrella down, it's allowing us the ability, okay, they're about to get involved in some way. So it's actually a little bit of foreshadowing, but it's not taking away nor overly distracting from what's going on in feature. So that's pretty good. I like the little chest on that. It's super cool. Everybody taking their umbrellas if they aren't engaged in the section into their next spot. So she ends up tossing it. Harvey does. So I like that she travels up her hand. Super fun. And take the knee on that, and she goes hit over from one side to the other. I like the little shampoo around in the rain. Also looks really nice. So she brings it over. A little pot of berets coming out of it. And we got this little rock happening in the back. I love the vibe. It's environmental. It feels communal. Really enjoyable. Love the little step touches out of that. It's cool. And we are like, when we toss the umbrella, that feels to me we are done with it. Like how they're tossing it. And so that's why they have so many on these little racks here, personally, I think is what it is. So taking the umbrellas, bringing them down, and we walk out of it. Now, instead of using the umbrella to hit the harmonies like they did earlier, they use their hands. So I like the fact that we're progressing it in a different way. It's not overly predictable. It's really cool. The snaps are nice. And then we bring it over, and I like the head going forward. And then we snap it. And honestly, whenever you have something that's pretty consistent, that boom, doom, 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 doom. Yeah, and there's nothing incredibly like deviating from how we've had it structured. We're kind of building up to a very similar pre-course and everything, but how it is structured, once again, it is not redundant. It doesn't feel like we're overly repeating. We are refreshing, repackaging, and that is smarter, not harder, but it also allows your audience, regardless if they're a fan or the general public, they're going to look at it and be like, I can vibe with this. Truly, like I really, really like the structure of this so much because there's always something to unpack, and it feels very lived in, and I love stuff like that so much because it makes me feel like, okay, this is coming from a genuine place because it's lived in. You took the time to rest in it enough so I can appreciate what you're doing, and I don't have to look at it and go, something feels a little off here, right? It's really nice. So I like how we have some energy, even facing the back, completely not in the group on the side. We still have them engaged in one way, shape, or form with our little sweep arounds, which is cool. So I like that moment. I think it's Harvey in this moment, right? And then we take a little scoop with the leg up. Also looks really nice out of that. We present it over, and then we and like a trace, and then we expand the hand around, which is cool. I like the look, but they're not moving at all. Looks great. She presents, and then she brings it up. Yep, da 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 da. I love that. And then we have our moment, bring it in, and we trace it through, bring it up and over. I love that. Come on with the clap. Here we go. And then we open it up. We're just embracing it, literally. Like that's how this track sounds to us, how they're using the umbrellas, the fact that we have this whole moment, we're in the rain, and we scoop it, ding ding. Love that with the head reset on that. And then I believe it's just two of our girls, they didn't turn out of it, so they're the ones we're clocking, right? Yep, so I think that's Juria. She's not really, what is it, hit, boom boom. I love the head on that, looks really cool. We hit it over. On the side. I like Kokona. She has her moment there, and she's going more vocal than rap. That's fun, right? da-da-da, da-da-da. I like the rhythm. In the rain, and that is more of a swing, and that's kind of what is it, a hybrid to the two things that we saw before with the umbrella, where we go with a step out, and then we did a little body roll up the sides, up to the hips. There, it's like it's a scoop of some kind, which I really, really like. And we go subtle, with a snapback. Come on. They end up taking it over. Notice even in the range, meaning that how we get from the A to a B of a move. Even with the jacket, those things, it's very clear and readable. I love it. Although the reach up is cool. I like the little moment where we swim that arm around. I think that was Hinata going over, which is cool. And take it up, high, mid, low, the snap, and then we point it. Really cool. Take it over, nice little press, and then we bring in a nice little pulse back, and then we go in the rain, different directions, in the rain, and then we have rain. She travels it down. Love it. And just honestly, I'm just so impressed at how they were able to catch these so well. Like, it's just another day. Like, being in that position to rehearse catching umbrellas that effectively at concert, like it's nothing. Well done. I love that. Yep. And this is a cannon. So we go high and then we bring it up nice horizontal. And then we're adding a little rock back. I love it. It's not just the position. We're adding a sense of opposition to it. So it actually gives it more life than just trying to be overly militant. It's a really dope cannon. It's simple but effective. And then we have a nice little moment from Jurin. She goes, little rain, twinkle, twinkle. We love it. And they turn out of it. I love this little Now they're letting the torso be the secondary thing where the accent happens with the knee and the hip, and it causes this boom, this little pull to happen in the torso. It's really nice. You see that? It's really cool. And we syncopated. This is a really dope polyrhythm. Sorry. We go and we flick it. I love it with the look out of it here, and then we bring it up. Is this the cleanest routine? No. Do I care? Absolutely not. It's a concert. We're about an hour 22 in if we filmed at the jump. That's also the beauty of looking at this from a full concert perspective. I know exactly where in the show it is. It is not the first thing they did, and it is not the last thing either. So the fact is that they're as clean as they are for being an hour 22 in the routine, like in their whole concert, is impressive. It is. Like, I really love being able to say that with confidence. Like, this is really, really well done. And then they rock it back. So they step it forward, and I love that. And then they tilt it. Notice, even with the intention of the head, is this nice little moment as well. Then I love the little trace. Then we bring it to the other side. Yep, so that's a repeat, that little phrase right there. That's such a Sienna fingerprint, too. I'm going to clock that as something that she added in there. I like the sways on this. This is cool. They end up taking the leg. They flick it up. Now, we've done this little back attitude before, but not in this setup, but we have seen that particular back attitude before. I think I've already kind of said that. So they take it up, and I like how they use the rotation to allow that to be the send-off for the umbrella. And she just tossed it. Like, they are like, goodbye. Like, there is no grace to the umbrella. I wonder how many umbrellas they have to replace every show. It's interesting. I love the embracing of it with their arms up nice and high. And then the pas de bourrée is on my side. So the timing of it is slightly different than low, low, high. It's in the rain. So I like how we go high to low. Side, they go on my side. So it goes high, like that little sound. They're using the body da 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 to physically show that little hurdle that you're going over vocally. That's dope. That's cool. And I like the little kick out there is really cool. Everyone had their own little moment there, which is really nice. In the rain, we've already kind of seen that little swing up as before, and then they have a little arm just kind of, slide it down with the foot. Super cool. And the da-na-na-na, and then boom, at the end with a little blackout. Guys, this is cool. This is really, really dope choreo. Claps to this. I love it. I'm glad that this exists. Thank you, Jay-Z, once again. 940. And if you guys want to see more XG, if you notice, like I said, I've looked at the entire documentary, all of their discography, but not all of it's released on YouTube yet. This will come out much, much earlier than those things that I mentioned. And so if you want to get access and binge away to it back in November 23. No, December 23, whenever I actually looked at all of it, which has been a long time. So I'm really excited to look at really, recent things. And I know they have Coachella in April, which I know is going to be really cool. So that will be something we look at. That will be on Patreon, because there ain't no way I can get that on YouTube without getting a copyright strike. So All that's on Patreon if you want to just binge away and enjoy. But yeah, you guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.